today I'm going to show you how to make a layered ombre cake. So I have a cake board here, a cake stand, rotating cake stand, gel food coloring, sugar-free whipped topping. I have some strawberries here that I chopped up and added some sugar and lemon to macerate those berries to get the juices out. I have my bowl here to mix my whipped topping with the food coloring to make that ombre effect. So let's start with getting the cake out. So what I've done is I've traced a pattern that I made for the cake layers, and I'm doing a round stacked cake. So I have that. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put down just a little bit of whipped topping to help the bottom layer stick to the board. Doesn't have to be pretty. And I'll just go ahead and take out this first layer. Okay. And then I have my other two layers. 1, 2. You like to try to make sure they're even. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to wash my hands. Since I did cook the cake in a sheet pan, it should all be fairly level. And this is going to be my daughter's smash cake, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So once you get that down, I'm going to fill the pastry bags with the whipped topping. I have the white already done, and that's going to help. I'm going to do the crumb coat on the outside. I'm going to do some of it in the filling as well, so I put an extra in there. And now I'm going to color this. I'm going to use half of it, about half. Okay, and I'm going to try to do just one little squirt. Mix that in. So this will be our lightest green color. So it's going to be on the middle of our ombre cake. I prefer the gel food coloring over the liquid and stuff because it keeps its texture a lot better. And I'm going to put this in the pastry bag. And you do the lightest color first because when you put the second color in, you may get some leftover food coloring, whipped cream in there. And so the lighter color kind of just blends in. And I never said this was a clean activity. This is definitely a messy activity. I'm going to push that down. And I prefer the pastry bags over a Ziploc bag. The opening is wider and it just has more stability. We'll go with, here's our lightest color. And now we hope I left about the same amount in here for the bottom layer or the darkest layer. So go ahead and roll that out, and this time I will do 2 drops instead of just 1. 1, 2. Okay. And you could do this with any colors. Cora's birthday is safari themed, and so I decided to go with the green. And you can use different types of toppings. You can use cream cheese topping or whatever kind you like. I just picked the cool one because it was easier. Now I'm going to kind of compare my greens, and I might do just another little bit of green so we have a bigger contrast between the colors. Might do one more. Okay. Should be good. The whipped topping is going to deflate a little bit, and so I try to fold instead of to mix, but sometimes I forget. Okay, that should be good there. That in the pastry bag. Okay, so there are our 3 colors for the ombre icing. So now that is done, that away. So you're going to smush all the topping down as far as you can. And then I'm going to start with the white because it's going to help me do some of the filling. And then you just cut off the bottom. On the tip. And then I'm going to do just kind of the round part. Okay. Add some of my berries. Okay, and then we'll do the next layer. And I will repeat that process. I'm trying not to get too much of the juice because it will be soaked up by the cake. And I don't really want a mushy cake. And you don't have to do a fruit filling. You could do fresh fruit. You could do chocolate or whatever. That's just Cora's favorite fruit. So that's what we're doing in her cake. So now the cake is together. Wash my hands again. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my offset spatula and use some of the whipped topping to do a crumb coat. And again, this is going to be a very, very light coat. And this is where the rotating board comes in handy. Just do a few little rotations. Just try to get the crumb from not falling off. Okay. So we'll clean up the board at the end. So now we're ready to do our ombre effect. So I'm going to start with the darker color. Again, just cutting the tip of the bag off. And then go ahead and ice the cake. And you're going to end up with way too much icing or whipped topping in this case, and that's okay. And it doesn't have to be pretty by any means. So there's the first layer. Then you go in with the lighter color, which you need to cut off. Okay. And I'm trying to get the color most of the way up the cake because the top of it's going to be white and the top layer is white as well. So. And then we'll do the white. And I use the offset spatula again, and we're just going to make those rotations. And once you go all the way around, again, I have way too much topping. Take some of that off. And I'm going to go back around the cake. Just smoothing out any of the edges. Just like that. Okay. And then the last part of it, I'm just going to fill the top with the remaining white. Okay, and last but not least, we will clean up the board, and then that is how you finish the cake. And I found all my stuff at Hobby Lobby, with the exception of like the food items, but everything else came from Hobby Lobby, of course, with the 50% off. So there you have it. There is a layered ombre cake.